everyone. Welcome to the course Foundation and Substructure Construction. I am today's lecturer, Zhushi Xiang. Starting from this lesson, we will begin our study of shallow foundations by focusing on one of the most commonly used types, strip foundations. To start, it is essential to develop a basic understanding of what a strip foundation is. As the saying goes, know the enemy and know yourself, and you can fight 100 battles without defeat. Only when we have a clear grasp of strip foundations can we approach subsequent learning with greater ease and confidence. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to understand the definition and classification of strip foundations and distinguish the application conditions of different types of strip foundations. First, let's understand the definition of strip foundations. A strip foundation refers to a type of foundation where the length is significantly greater than the width, typically where the length is greater than or equal to 10 times the width. Then how to classify the strip foundations? Strip foundations can be classified according to their structural forms into strip foundations under walls, strip foundations under columns, and intersecting strip foundations under columns. Now, let's explore each type and its application. One, strip foundations under walls. Strip foundations under walls are those constructed directly beneath load-bearing walls to transfer continuous linear loads. These can be further subdivided into rigid strip foundations under walls and reinforced concrete strip foundations under walls. Rigid strip foundations under walls are typically constructed using materials such as bricks, rubble stone, lime soil mixtures, or plain concrete, as shown in the illustration. When the load transmitted by the structure is relatively large, or when the bearing capacity of the subsoil is low, and thus the foundation width must be increased, reinforced concrete strip foundations are used to withstand the resulting bending stresses. 2. Strip foundations under columns. When the foundations of multiple columns aligned in the same direction or along the same axis are constructed as one continuous strip, this is referred to as a column-bearing strip foundation, as illustrated. The wing slabs are designed with an inverted trapezoidal cross-section, and the structure typically comprises rib beams and wing slabs. This type of foundation possesses relatively high flexural stiffness, which helps mitigate differential settlement, ensuring that vertical displacement of columns remains more uniform. It is commonly used in frame structures or bent frame structures on weak subsoils. 3. Intersecting strip foundations under columns. When a building adopts a skeletal load-bearing system or an internal frame load-bearing system, and the subsoil conditions are poor, it is necessary to enhance the overall structural integrity and prevent uneven settlement of the load-bearing columns. To achieve this, the column foundations must possess sufficient flexural capacity in both the longitudinal and transverse directions. Therefore, the strip footings beneath the columns are interconnected in both directions, forming an intersecting strip foundation under columns, as illustrated. This concludes our discussion on the definition, classification, and applications of strip foundations. From today's lesson, we can see that each type of strip foundation has its own distinct characteristics. In actual engineering practice, it is essential to consider the specific conditions of the project and conduct a case-by-case analysis based on actual engineering requirements. Select the most appropriate foundation type to achieve optimal economic efficiency. This also serves as a reminder, regardless of the task at hand, we must avoid generalizations and instead adopt a comprehensive and systematic approach to analysis. That wraps up today's lecture. I hope you found it informative and beneficial. Thank you all.